Okay, so what did you think of All In? You saw All In, correct?
Yeah, so for the most part.
Okay. Oh wait. Woo.
Woo!
For the most part.
So
Houston, we have a problem.
What you gonna do? 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 What you gonna do?
oh yeah.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Wrestling Wrealm. I am the real Dwayne Allen, and this is
Brian H. Waters. But you know what?
Why the
the
heck-
main event today?
why the heck did it take you so long to even say your name? Like you were like Brian H. Waters. I'm just wondering.
You always gotta come for me, bro.
No, I'm that like
promo.
all right, okay. I just see this is what happens. You get a little, what you call it. But nevertheless, we have business to conduct. So let's just get to it.
Let's get to it.
Today, ladies and gentlemen, we are finally going to tackle one of the craziest subjects right now in the world of professional wrestling. If you've seen the state of professional wrestling, our address, we've kind of hinted at it and we kind of pressed towards it, but now it's time to dig deep into it. All Elite Wrestling. They have a show coming up, Double or Nothing, May 25th, 2019,
Yep.
in Las Vegas at the MGM Grand. Not too enthused about the card, but this is supposed to be a monumental event because this will forever change the landscape and the history of professional wrestling. But first, let's dig deep into it and see if this is really worth our time and yours.
That's true. So, January 1st, they made the announcement, specific time at midnight, that there was a new wrestling promotion coming out, All Elite Wrestling. January 8th, there was a press conference where they introduced some of the people who would be wrestling for this promotion. And I have to say, I believe it was on this day, I know it was on this day, that I was disappointed.
Disappointed? Okay, why? Tell the people why you're disappointed, Brian H.
Because I learned that Kenny Omega was not coming to the WWE.
Okay, so this is around the time when Kenny Omega had a choice to make. He's being pursued by the WWE around the Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
And, a lot of people were kind of guessing one way or another where he would go. And we all figured the obvious choice would be go with his buddies to, wherever they were going. Mind you, this is off the heels of All In. Probably the largest independent wrestling
10,000 people.
in Chicago.
Chicago. They was challenged by Dave Meltzer. Said nobody, because it was like, could a Ring of Honor sell out 10,000? And he said probably not. Cody Rhodes said challenge accepted, and he did it.
Okay, so what did you think of All In? You saw All In, correct?
Yeah, so for the most part.
Okay. Whoa.
Woo!
For the most part.
So
did you not watch the show?
I watched it, right, but I didn't watch it all the way through. So I might have missed a couple parts of some matches here.
Okay.
But I watched it. I know all the big moments.
All right, sure.
I enjoyed it. Main event, I was kind of left a lot to be desired. But to me, my main event.
What about the finish with Jericho? Kind of, making his presence known. No, wasn't feeling Y2J. All right.
Not interested. My moment for me, the moment of the night was Cody winning the NWA World Heavyweight Championship.
Very heartfelt, very special moment.
Yeah. First father and son. Everybody knows he is the grandson of a plumber. The son of the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, the late great Dusty Rhodes. So I enjoyed that moment.
Mm-hmm.
But, I'm interested to see, because I'm looking at Double or Nothing as a follow-up in a sense.
Sure.
But I think the thing that makes me intrigued by AEW, one, the Khan family, the Jacksonville Jaguars owner. Money. Exactly, billionaire. He, the father of Tony Khan. Tony Khan is like kind of like he's like I guess like the Shane McMahon.
Sure.
Like
Okay.
this is his project, even though his dad is the one. It's the family business. But it's like, okay, this is your project. I think with one of the things Tony Khan, who's a wrestling fan, told his dad that this could be their most profitable business. Now, you think about that, their most profitable business. This is the people who own an NFL franchise.
Okay, cut it out. You're boring the people. Let's get down to the nitty gritty. Did you not enjoy the show? You're a wrestling fan. They gave you complete wrestling alternative to what you've been watching it. Did you like the show or not? You're tiptoeing around. This is what you're doing about it.
Okay.
This is what you're doing about it. You're tiptoeing. You're talking about the business and how profitable it was and stuff like that. You saw a women's match. You had people on commentary. You had Joey Ryan coming out with rather strange-looking druids. You had an over-budget battle royal where you had, mind you, a former WWE writer, Jimmy Jacobs, the Zombie Princess, making a lot of references to some WWE personnel backstage in the match.
Oh, yeah.
Huh? Come on now. You're dancing. You're skipping.
It was fun, but it wasn't a New Japan show.
Okay. Now we're getting to it.
It wasn't a WrestleMania. To me, it was a B-rated WWE show.
Okay. All right. So we got a B-rated WWE show for all of it. That's what you're talking, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Double or Nothing, I need this to be double or nothing.
Okay. So we're jumping the gun. Let's
reel
it back in. Okay, here we go. All in. Bam. That's done. Okay, cool. Mind you, that was done in partnership with a lot of the other promotions that's now considered competition, right?
And this is what you said a long time ago. I'm glad you're bringing this up. Go ahead.
That show was huge because every major global independent star was allowed to work that show. Mm-hmm. They've had working agreements, stuff like that, but you didn't see other titles from other promotions, with the exception of the NWA title.
Yeah, absolutely.
Show up on the card, correct?
Yeah, because Kenny Omega was IWGP champion.
Yes, he was, and he didn't
even bring the title.
Okay, got you. So, that being said, January 1st, they make an announcement. Okay. The Elite, of course, they have their YouTube show. We all know them. Big fans of the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega and what they do. That's cool, right? They make the announcement. They make a big deal less than 7-8 days later, right?
Yeah.
Huge press conference. Right in front of Jacksonville. Lots of fireworks, lots of pyro, and we are introduced finally to AEW. All Elite Wrestling. The Podfather himself, Conrad, shows up, and he is the moderator of the event, and he is trying to garner excitement from wrestling fans around the world, because mind you, we've never had anything like this before.
Never.
No one with as much money or more money than the McMahon family has ever said we're going to invest in the world of professional wrestling.
That's true.
Okay, so let's review what might have happened at this press conference. A couple of familiar faces and a couple of new faces. One of the main faces that we all saw was
Brandy Rose.
No, but good gracious, she is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, but that's maybe lose my train of thought. Think about Brandy Rose.
No disrespect.
No, not at all. She's everything. Okay, time out. Okay, neither here nor there. Y2J Chris Jericho. This man, not too long ago, he told Vince McMahon he would never compete with him. He said that I'm going to go to New Japan. Vince was okay with the idea because he's a legend. He's earned his stripes. They're going to pay him a boatload of money to work a program or two. So he would never compete with Vince McMahon in the States.
He's a Vince McMahon disciple.
Okay, sure. All that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, Chris Jericho signs with All Elite Wrestling. He had a deal from WWE to come back, and he had a deal from All Elite Wrestling. Chris Jericho being the guy that he is, and the schedule he's allowed to work, being a veteran. They allowed him to do his Rockin' Wrestling cruise and all his other appearances and all that kind of stuff, and still work for All Elite Wrestling. Were you impressed with Y2J? Please tell us. Why not? Is it because he looked fat with a ponytail? Because
after being disappointed, all right. After being, I can't really. So the Jericho Omega match wasn't bad.
But it wasn't spectacular.
But, man, they made it seem like the build-up was so much better. And I'm not buying this mess from Jericho when he says that when you have a good build-up, it means the match isn't going to be good. Because I've seen it done. Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart had a good build-up and had an excellent match.
Okay, sure.
So, but looking at it, no. I'm not excited. Maybe if this was 2007. But to be honest with you, I'll even come sooner. 2012. When he came back, I like that Chris Jericho. He came back, he wrestled CM Punk. But right now, I mean, Jericho's kind of just worn out his welcome with me as far as wrestling. And, you know, I like him. He's actually my favorite Intercontinental Champion of all time for obvious reasons. But I don't need to see him. Like, I'm not pressed. I'm not going to watch Double or Nothing because Jericho and Omega take on each other.
Is that supposed to be the main event? I don't know. Is that
That was Cody and Dusty.
And Dustin?
Yeah, I said Dusty. Yeah, God forgive me. I thought it was Cody and Dustin.
I don't know. I don't know. Look. A lot has happened, and we have plenty to get into. So don't think we'll get off this because you still dancing. Brian H. is still dancing because we're going to get to the bottom of this. We've been talking about this a lot, but like I said, we got to go to a quick commercial break, pay a few bills, but we're coming back to this. So, yeah.
Folks, make sure you catch me each and every week on Break It Down with Brian H., brought to you by the Wrestling Wrealm.
Speaking of breaking it down with Brian H.
Oh, boy.
I noticed that on your segment, you know, on your show, there's a segment that sounds awfully familiar to me. The tapped out top rope segment.
Well, you know,
No.
since we made our comeback,
No.
I figured I would bring it back.
No. See, that was an original segment from like season 1.
Right.
So you just decided that you're going to go on your show and go take something from season 1 and add it to your show. Were you going to run that past me or anything?
You listened to the promo. You listened to the test pilot.
No,
you had an opportunity to say something.
I know, but like I didn't think it was going to catch on. Like it's catching on more on your show than it did season 1, and I think that bothers me a little bit.
Well, we got more fans.
Whatever.
We got more followers.
Whatever.
Look, folks, each and every week, catch me on Break It Down with Brian H. Anywhere you can get all your podcasts.
And our original segment, too. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and we got to finish this up. We got to get through this.
Yep.
If you missed us in the first half, we're talking about all elite wrestling and what that potentially means to the wrestling business. As wrestling fans, of course, it's an exciting time, and we're excited for a new product and a new opportunity to enjoy professional wrestling that, you know, we probably haven't seen before. Or maybe we have, but that's what we're trying to figure out.
Yeah, you know, like I said, it was great during the Monday Night Wars. Whether it's going to be those same type of wars again, at the end of the day, we're getting more wrestling, more, you know, get to see our favorites, have more shows. But, you know, we talked about AEW, right?
Sure.
We talked about, you know, for a while, it was known as a T-shirt company. You know, what did you think when you heard that? Because I know you're a T-shirt guy. What did you think about that?
Listen, don't get me wrong. We're not wishing AEW to fail. All I'm saying is, as a wrestling fan, I would like answers. I'm older, okay?
Yeah.
I lived through the Monday Night Wars, okay? I remember the Attitude Era. I remember all those things, right? So, naturally, when you see these things, we've seen this before. We've seen a new company show up, TNA, and we try to challenge WWE in a way where giving us new opportunity to get used to new stars. Some of those stars that we're still enjoying today in the WWE.
Yep.
Right? Fair enough.
AJ Styles.
But the question is, in today's society, in the state of pro wrestling 2019, with all the bells and whistles, social media, T-shirts, all the marketing advertising tools out there, is it really worth it? I'm not going to be duped. I just want to know what the product is really going to be. Okay?
Yeah.
So, with that being said, let's finish up the press conference. There was a number of different surprises they decided to bring out when it came to the press conference. And one of the major surprises, which was rather strange to me, which I've never heard before, is that there's 5 different executive vice presidents. It might be more. I don't know. But just correct me if I'm wrong. Somebody educate me. I'm asking. I just need answers.
So we got
Cody.
The Bucks.
The Bucks. That's 2.
Kenny
Omega. And I'm assuming
Tony Khan.
Khan.
Yeah.
Right?
That's what I was thinking. Make sure we're on the same page.
So okay, cool. So who's in charge?
All of them.
No, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is something we've never seen before. That's why I say this is like Bizarre World. This is the state of wrestling in 2019. What company do you know where there's been 5 people, 5 time, tribute to Booker T. Sorry, got distracted.
Yeah.
Where there's been 5 different bosses in charge, and you've seen a successful company run. I'm not saying it's impossible. All I'm saying is I've never seen it before. And since I've never seen it before, I'm supposed to believe that these guys who are supposed to be most likely their top draw.
Mm-hmm.
Like these are your five most recognizable stars.
But they're best friends.
Okay, yeah. So who's in charge?
All of them.
No, that
All of them.
that doesn't make any sense. See, this is what I'm talking about.
You know, Conrad Thompson said this on his podcast.
Okay, what did the Podfather say?
He said one of the things, everybody knows he's a mortgage guy, and he said one of the things he don't like to think of people working for him. He thinks him working with them. Now, Chris Jericho countered that argument and says, no, it's the wrestling business. You work for people. You have to have a Vince McMahon. That's the thing that I'm wondering. I know I don't want to jump the shark, but if you don't mind, we jump the shark.
Yeah, we do what we want. Who cares?
Recent news, as early as, the middle of May, 2 weeks before Double or Nothing. They got to cancel their championship match between Pac and Adam Page.
Now, mind you, that was one of the other surprises that I was going to address.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest thing is, let's capitalize on the buzz that's going on. Everybody knows that Neville, he fought hard for his release, and they finally gave it to him, and Pac reemerged.
And he did his thing over in England, so we're going to bring him to the States.
He is killing in the UK. He's killing in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
So, naturally, it makes sense for AEW to go after him for shock value.
Absolutely.
For, to
give him what we wanted to see in the WWE.
Sure.
On American
and
show.
Also work with one of their young boys, Ethan Page, someone who I think has huge star potential, but in my opinion, I think he has to get away from his elite buddies. Standing his own TV.
Adam Page.
What did I say?
Elite Page. Ethan Page.
Who the heck is Ethan Page? Who's that?
Ethan Page is in Impact.
I'm tripping.
You've met him. You watched him wrestle at RCW.
I've got the names met. I said Ethan Page.
Mm-hmm.
This is how flustered I am. Adam Page. Excuse me. I just call him Hangman Page. Are we allowed to call him Hangman Page?
Yeah, we gonna call him Hangman Page.
Wait a minute.
We want.
We're black. Should we really be calling another dude Hangman Page?
Nah, that's a good point.
We're gonna call him Adam Page.
Page.
I don't know. Yeah, Page.
But yeah, you got a point.
So now you don't have the match. Now, mind you, it makes sense because you have veteran stars and they got to help make your young guys. Mm-hmm. Guys that have potential, but you got to take it to the next level.
Why not? Why aren't we having this match? Word on the street is creative differences.
Oh, boy. Creative differences.
You said this was coming.
And
I thought we were going to actually have a couple shows first before this happened. Not before the first show.
I made it very clear in a couple of segments on Real Reacts exclusively on Instagram, where I expressed my feelings about All Elite Wrestling and how I was reserving my opinion until I figured out what it was because I was not buying the bells and whistles. Mm-hmm. Okay? You gave us the surprises. You gave us the 5 vice presidents. You gave us Kenny Omega kind of finally signing with the company. You kind of knew that was coming. You gave us Pac, and now that's over with. Then came a rather impressive marketing strategy.
Okay.
Something we've adopted ourselves, not going to lie. I mean, there's no reason for us to reinvent the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
T-shirts.
Yeah, but I think we got more T-shirts.
I don't think, there's no way.
No, we got more than, I only seen one AEW
There's
shirt.
no way.
The wrestlers have more T-shirts.
Bro, there's no way in the world we have more. They got more AEW T-shirts than Bullet Club T-shirts.
Really? I'm
convinced. No, brother. I've seen.
Okay.
Everybody's got their own Because think about it, these are exclusive stars signed to AEW exclusive contracts.
No, but I said the wrestlers. I just talked about the actual company logo.
Those are AEW T-shirts. They're they're in white, gold, and black.
You're right.
Like those aren't just regular Pro Wrestling Tees.
Yeah,
T-shirts.
you're right.
Pro Wrestling Tees revolutionized the T-shirt business, especially when it comes to professional wrestling and professional wrestling merchandise.
And for even podcasts.
Anything wrestling related almost. It's something that's been kind of unheard of. Mm-hmm. Part of the state of professional wrestling in 2019. But AEW had a lot of buzz. It was coming. It was fresh. All the anti-WWE people were so tired of the stale product that Vince McMahon has been giving us for years, and now they got a good alternative that they have access to. Until nothing happened for days and days and days and days.
Months. It gave people time to think.
It gave people time
to think the things that you were saying.
I hate being the bad guy sometimes, but it's not my fault that I see things first.
You're a heel.
I said before, please, somebody tell me what's going on here, and I got no answers.
Mm-hmm.
But a number of different T-shirts came out, and after a while, a lot of fans became smart and say, you know what? For someone that loves wrestling as much as Kenny Omega, we haven't seen him wrestle since he's been in New Japan. Does he really love wrestling?
Ooh.
People are saying, you know what? I haven't seen anything from All Elite, but just a number of T-shirt releases and a number of marketing strategies where fans are purposely wearing AEW things to WWE shows, and there's been rumors about WWE personnel saying that they are not allowed to wear AEW shows. It makes good content for YouTube. Trust me, as YouTubers ourselves, we can appreciate such a thing. But yet, that didn't answer any questions.
No, you
Okay.
still looking.
So they make it another announcement, Double or Nothing. The follow-up to All In,
Mm-hmm.
right? Distinct differences between this pay-per-view and the last pay-per-view. Obviously, because they're their own company now, a lot of those stars in those other companies will not be a part of this match card for Double or Nothing. It's in a huge place. They sold out 17,000 MGM Grand, give or take. Huge deal. Big deal. Great for the business. But will it live up to the hype?
Well, I'm looking at these matches, right?
Okay, let's take a look at this.
You know, we got six-man tag match. SoCal Uncensored taking on Strong Hearts. Seema T-Hawk.
Who's? I'm sorry.
Yeah, Seema T-Hawk and L. Lindaman.
Okay.
Not interested.
All right.
Omega Jericho. I said it. I'm not buying. It's one of those things. It's Cena Randy Orton. Not as with all the
Oh wow, that's
but it's just like when you know they're on the card, you're gonna watch it because you know you're gonna get something.
Sure. Okay.
Britt Baker versus Nyla Rose versus Kylie Ray.
Oh wait a minute! Now you love women's wrestling. You're a women's
I'm
wrestling
a
connoisseur.
huge fan of Britt Baker. I will admit. So I'm interested.
She's a dentist.
The
dentist. Yeah.
Yes.
So.
Cody and Dustin.
No. Are you looking forward to the match? See what he does?
I said that. I just said I'm a fan of hers. Therefore, I'm looking forward to the match because I want to see this style of match.
Good. He's on record saying it. That's all I'm getting.
Yeah. Cody versus Dustin. I'm interested in it
now
because
I want to see
I
that.
believe they're going to give us what the WWE didn't allow them to give us.
Absolutely.
So that's why I'm interested in this match.
I'm definitely looking forward to that.
In the build-up, I think it's going to be really good. But they got 21-man casino battle royal for a AEW World Championship match. Some of the people in it.
So is that not the same as the over budget battle royal pre-show?
But
one should be in a pre-show, right?
I don't know if it's on a pre-show. No, because
what's the pre-show called? They got a name for it.
Yeah, it says so.
It's called
according to Wikipedia, the Bucks are on the pre-show taking on the Lucha Bros. This is a tag team match for the AAA World Tag Team Championship. And then you got Kip Sabian.
The Devil Brothers? The Devil Brothers?
Yeah.
Pentagon and Phoenix Jr.?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sure.
Kip Sabian versus Sammy Guevara. Aja Kong, a six-woman tag team match. So we got two women's matches. Aja Kong. I'm not gonna butcher the names because I don't want to disrespect the ladies. Aja Kong is somebody who I remember. She was in the 1995 Survivor Series match. She beat Alundra Blaze.
Sure. Okay. How long ago was that?
95. I just said it.
I was just asking.
But then you have the best friends taking on Angelico and Jack Evans.
Who's the best friends?
Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta.
Oh boy, Trent Beretta's got another tag partner.
So I just have to admit, I'm not really like, oh my goodness, I got to run to this card.
You're not blown away by what you're saying.
I've seen CZW Best of the Best cards better than this. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful. But, I go back to like...
That's a bold statement to make, buddy.
I mean, yeah, but you got to think about when the independents were hot.
True.
And some of those guys came through CZW to get to where they're going.
Is MJF on the card? On the main
He's
card?
in the Battle Royal.
Okay.
I'm interested in MJF. I like him.
And are we still not sure if that's on the pre-show or not? That's not the same
No,
thing?
it's not on the pre-show.
So that's not the same thing as the over-budget Battle Royal? So are they having that again? I could have swore they said they were having that again.
Well, this is Wikipedia, so I'm going to just go ahead and say yes. I looked on Wikipedia. So.
I enjoyed the first one all that. That's probably one of my favorites.
Oh, yeah.
Was the over-budget Battle Royal.
So, we'll see. I'm reserved judgment.
See, there he goes again. He's dancing.
I'm reserving judgment for the promotion.
I'm glad you
as
guys
a
are
whole.
watching this.
It's going to be on TNT. That's going to be interesting.
Well, see, that's kind of the next point now. Like, okay, so they gave us the announcement. Okay, cool, got you. They gave us the press conference. A couple of surprises. Okay, cool. They announced the arena, the match card, Vegas, Starcast the day before or the weekend before. I don't know the schedule for it exactly. Tickets sell out early. You got a couple of announcements about signings. Okay, you get the match card, and then they make a huge announcement. They announced that they have signed a deal with Time Warner to be on TNT. The first time TNT has aired any professional wrestling anything since WCW Monday Nitro in 2001. What in the world are we like? What's going on?
That's what we gotta wait and see.
Okay. What will I'm asking him because I see how he gets through this one. What will AEW's impact be from May 25th, Double or Nothing, going forward? Expectations are high, right? An opportunity is really there. They have a television deal on a cable network. Last time we've seen any wrestling on any type of cable network outside of maybe Lucha Underground.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And of course, the impact on
Spike
and
Destination
and
wherever
else. TNT. It's a big deal.
Yep.
It's TNT. Weekly show, correct? Will AEW live up to the hype? Go.
No. It's
Why
been
not?
hyped up too much. I don't think you can live up to this hype. I know people were saying WrestleMania 1 did, but no, I honestly don't think it will be able to live up to the hype. It's been hyped up too much. We waited too long for it. I think if this happened in February or March, we wouldn't have given a lot of people a lot of time to ask a lot of questions. And I think at this point, nothing they do at Double or Nothing is going to be good enough or it's going to live up to the hype.
But you're a proud wrestling fan, Brian.
I am, but I just don't believe it. I
I
hope I'm wrong.
It's
I hope that
cable.
I'm wrong.
No, I felt that. I can tell.
Yeah.
I felt that.
I want to be wrong. I want good wrestling.
Do you think Double or Nothing can give you good wrestling? Mind you, I've seen New Japan. I've seen Ring of Honor. I've seen the New Japan Ring of Honor collab shows.
Yeah.
Which are excellent stuff. Right?
I think it can give me good wrestling. I just don't know if it's going to. Well, I think what I want to see is will it be able to intrigue me to make sure I tune in to TNT when it starts. I think I'm going to do that anyway.
Sure.
But I don't think
Naturally.
there's going to be that
Of course we're going to.
cliffhanger that's going to drive me there.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this conversation is far from over, but this is just the beginning. This is something we just had to address at some point. Like, it's been eating at me for a long time. We finally got back in the mix. We had to kind of go over this. I had to get Brian H's perspective on this, and we love to hear your perspective as well, whether send a comments or on social media.
Well, folks, you know what to do. Subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button. Make sure you follow us on Twitter. Where can they find you?
You can find me at Dwayne Allen 24 on Twitter and at the Wrestling Wrealm on Twitter.
And you can follow me at Brian H. Waters on all your platforms. Until the next time, folks. So long, everybody.
Peace.
And subscribe.
And we're not adding any more vice presidents. That's not our thing. Not adding.
Just two.
Yeah, just two. We'll both be presidents. Look at that. Damn. So we can do that. We don't have any problem. There's no heat between us. We do whatever you want to do.